I'm Mark Munoz, and you're watching the MMA show.
Welcome to the MMA show. I'm the Muscle Mole, Master Wang's behind the camera. We're here at Birmingham, UFC 138. We're very fortunate to have Mark Munoz with us. Thanks for the time, Mark.
Man, thank you for having me. This is a pretty cool mic you got there, man.
Tech here.
I feel like petting it, man.
Well,
it's
you're
like,
welcome.
I had an interview the other time. I had like a fur, like a wolf fur or something. But this is cool, man. I like it.
This is receding.
Yeah, man, receding hairline and everything. Yeah.
Joining me. Most of your fights have been in the US, but
yeah.
Now this is going to be a different experience for you. How do you think it's going to compare with the British fans?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I actually fought in Abu Dhabi, and the fans over there were great. I've heard none but great things about the fans here, man, and you know, their excitement, they're going to be just ecstatic, you know, about the whole card, man. So I love the fans here, man. I saw some at the hotel already, and they're fanatics, man.
They're excited.
Yeah, they're excited, man. So I'm really excited. So if they're excited, I'm really excited. So.
Now, you're a very highly decorated wrestler,
yeah.
And I think that's been a big advantage for Americans and American-based fighters for a long time.
Yeah.
The advantage has been wrestling.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of articles in the press recently about the decline in wrestling in American universities. Do you think that's something that's going to be an issue for future generation fighters?
Yes, I truly believe with colleges cutting the sport of wrestling, because MMA, if we look at it, MMA has actually reintroduced the sport of wrestling, because wrestling is such a strong base in mixed martial arts that without wrestling, you're really not a good fighter. You got to learn wrestling.
I think your country has suffered for that big time.
Big time. So in order for them to learn wrestling, they got to have places to go for kids that are in the sport. So yeah, it's hurting America big time. You know, I'm actually a big advocate in helping the sport. So you know, as much as I could advocate the sport of wrestling, I'm gonna do it, man, because wrestling actually teaches you more off the mat than you do on the mat, and it teaches you how to be resilient, it teaches you how to be dedicated, teaches you how to have discipline, teaches you to be diligent. I mean, there's so many things. You have character through the sport of wrestling. So yeah, man, yeah, definitely, to answer your question, yes, there is a decline in American wrestling, but at the same time, hopefully with the sport of MMA, it's gonna come back to where it originally was.
You're a well-noted family man and also a well-educated man. What do you do in your spare time to relax out with the cage, out with a training camp?
Yeah, so on my spare time, I usually I'm at my kids' soccer games. I'm helping my daughter play some volleyball. I'm helping with their homework, reading them bedtime stories, praying with them, eating with them as much as I can. I enjoy hanging out with all my training partners too and getting to know them, and you know, I basically have a family type atmosphere at my gym. So you know, yes, I went on to study sports psychology to get my master's, and you know, I am educated, and so I can fall back on my education. But right now, I love fighting. You know, right now it's something you can't do when you're older, so might as well take advantage of it now, you know.
Well, you're doing well just now, as you said. You're on a 3-fight win streak.
Yep.
Where do you see a win over Chris Lieben put you in terms of the middleweight division?
A win over Chris Lieben will give me a title shot for sure. You know, I'm ready. I've arrived, and you know, for me to be able to showcase my skills against Chris Lieben and to come out with the win, you know, it puts the division on notice that I've arrived, you know. So I'm just here to be the best, you know, and I want to be the best that I can be at this division, and to be the best, you got to be the world champ, you know. So that's what I want to do. I want to be a world champion at this weight class. I want to be a world champion, and in my heart of hearts, I know I can do it.
Well, best of luck, Mark. I hope you do well. Look forward to seeing your fight. Could you do me one favour?
Yes.
And say, I'm Mark Munoz and you're watching the MMA show?
Yep.
I'm Mark Munoz and you're watching the MMA show.